Hello, my name is Pam Christensen. I'm a New York licensed massage therapist. I have a small business in New York City called Synergy Massage Therapy. Sadly, we are closed. Of course, we have to be, but that leaves me with too much time on my hands, not being able to do the work that I love to do. So I wanted to still offer help in any way that I could, and I decided to make a little video to help you all out who are perhaps working from home. And maybe when you work at the office, you're used to having monitors and your desk set up all ergonomically correct. And here you are at home on a laptop, totally hunched over, and I bet your neck and shoulders are killing you. You probably have been dealing with some headaches as well. So I want to give you a technique that you can do for yourself to help with that. Now, we all know that it's way better to get massage from another person than to do it to yourself. But that's not available to us right now. So this is what we have. And I want to give you something that's a little bit more advanced, but still safe so that it can actually help you feel better. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand like a little claw, like a little animal. And you can see I've been practicing. It's a little red in here. That's X marks the spot, I guess. So I'm going to move this a little bit. If you can see, it kind of makes a little triangle. Your clavicle, this is a bone here. Collarbone is also another word for it. And then this here is your trapezius. And the upper and middle trapezius live right next to each other. So we're not going to worry about trying to separate them. We're just going to grab them as a whole, okay? So what you're going to do, and be very careful, please. You see this? That is a major blood vessel. Please don't put any pressure there. And also know that there are a lot of nerves in this area that we don't want to apply pressure on. We want to keep you safe while we're doing this, like I said. There are smaller muscles in here that do need work. In future videos, I will attempt to show you ways where you can do myofascial release where it's not directly on it. It's just a good idea not to do any self-massage on the front of your neck if you're not trained because you don't know what you're touching, okay? So everybody, be safe. Now, claw hand, you're gonna put your thumb on the front part of this muscle here. See, you can see how I'm pushing into it, yeah? Right? So I'm going to kind of dip down and back to hold that. And then the top of the fingers are reaching down as far as I can. See how hard my elbow's coming up? It's awkward, but you want to keep your wrist pivoted up, and then you're going to grab that skin in the back and you're going to dip your hand down. Okay, so you're going to squeeze. It might take a couple efforts to feel like you really have it. What you're going for is you want to feel like you have that muscle squeezed between your fingers and your thumb. So the other thing you need to do is look at the shoulder. See that shoulder? It wants to hike up. It just does. Even though I've been doing this for years, I still have to remember to drop my shoulders. So let that shoulder relax, squeeze that muscle, and then try to let everything else soften and release, okay? Breathing is good. Now, you might feel a referral sensation. Right now, I'm getting a little bit of a referral into the bottom of my head. That is what we call a trigger point in the muscle that I'm holding. So if you're squeezing one area but feeling it in a different area, that means that that's a referral sensation. That's a trigger point in that muscle. You just hold it and breathe until that referral sensation has gone away. Mine has actually gone away a little bit faster because I've done this a couple of times. So I'm going to move on. The next thing you can do is just take it into different ranges of motion, okay? So you're going to keep the squeeze while you tilt your head to the side. Whew. And only go as far as you can still breathe into. You're not trying to kill yourself here, okay? So for some of you, this might not be possible, and that's fine. Just bring it back. The other thing you can do is bring your chin towards the sky at a diagonal. Now you're stretching a different aspect of the muscle. You can also drop your chin towards the other shoulder. Oh, I have to drop that shoulder again. Sneaky shoulder keeps wanting to go up. Breathe. Right? And then come back. Now, my traps have always been tight doing this work. You know, you're kind of doing this. So as I was doing one of the stretches, I felt it start to slip out of my hand a little bit. you're not used to doing this. So if your hands are feeling weak or shaky, just take a break and go back. There's no rule. You don't have to do it exactly how I did it. I'm just giving you a tool to help. Okay. So you want to grab the muscle, squeeze the muscle, hold it, let any trigger point sensation, any referral in your head or your jaw or your ear, anywhere you feel sensation other than where the muscle itself is, let that dissipate. When that dissipates, go ahead and work it into stretching to the side, to the ceiling, to the other side of your chest. Remembering to keep this shoulder down. This shoulder is going to be naughty. Just trust me on that. And breathe. Just hold each one for 30 seconds if you can while breathing. And when you're done, do a little range of motion with that shoulder. Just a little shoulder rolling. Oh, strap got all weird. Shoulder rolling, front and back, right? We just want to get things moving. And you see all that redness there? That's actually a good thing. I know it probably doesn't look good, but it means that I brought blood into the area. Blood brings us nutrients, which are very important for getting stagnation in and out, right? So if you think of blood as pumping, right? And there's tight muscles or fascia that's been stuck together, it's not getting the blood it needs. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to increase that blood flow. And if you want to do the same thing, but heating the area first, say if you can't even get a squeeze, if your traps are that tight, go ahead and put a heat pack on first, no more than 20 minutes, and then go ahead and try this. I'm really curious to hear your feedback. I think that you'll like it. And if you have any trouble, let me know if I can be more specific. We're in a really weird time right now, and I am not a technical, talented person, so I'm just doing my best. And I hope that this brings you some relief. And everybody just hang in there. We will get through this. Do your best and be well. Thanks.